If you're looking for an affordable way to monitor yourself while performing live, then the Xvive U4 system is for you. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Zach Seif. If you're new here, I post regular content on what it's like being a full-time musician in today's modern music industry. So if you like today's video, be sure to let me know in the comments below and leave a like so that you can see more videos like this in the future. Xvive is a company that's been around for several years at this point, and I've honestly never given their products a fair shot. I was recently on a filling gig, and the entire band was running this U4, and I was a bit skeptical at first. If you don't know what an in-ear monitoring system is, it is a pair of a transmitter and receiver unit that transmits audio from a mixing system, and it is received by a wireless body pack so that you can hear what is going on stage. And that is exactly what these two little dongle looking things are. This plugs into the digital mixer, and that way you can adjust what you hear on stage from your mixer, and it gets sent to the little body pack here that you plug your headphones in, and you can walk around stage without being stuck in front of a monitor wedge, which presents several issues, as most performing musicians are aware of. One of the downsides to using monitor wedges is that they're bulky, they're heavy, they take up valuable floor space, and if they're too loud, they can present what's called feedback. Feedback is that really annoying sound that you hear if a microphone is placed too close to a speaker on stage, and you don't want to be stuck to being just within the firing range of those speakers, because if you walk too far to either side of them, you're going to lose that mix, and it's going to be more difficult to hear yourself perform. And that's why in-ear monitors, I believe, should be the standard for everyone. I've been using these things since 2019, and I have no desire to go back, because having a custom fit headphone in my ear allows me to hear exactly what I want and nothing that I don't want, and it prevents me from ever having hearing fatigue because the monitor can't be too loud, because I can control exactly how loud it is from this system. So full disclosure, Xvive did not reach out to me asking if I wanted to review this, but rather it was the opposite. I reached out directly to them asking if I could try this out on the channel, because my new band Rumble City Records has a handful of shows this year, and I don't want to be constantly unracking and re-racking my Sennheiser system that I use with the Ever After band. It's just more hassle and more work, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. So I wanted a smaller, more compact solution for the band that has less shows, so that I can just literally charge this the night before, throw it in my road case, and then show up to the gig being able to still use my custom molded in-ear monitors. Now you might be thinking to yourself, this thing looks pretty small and it's rather inexpensive for what it is. How does it stack up to the other units that are on the market? So again, in the past, I've used units that range from like $200 to units that range up to $1,100 plus. And this falls in that lower price bracket, performs so much better than the other brand that I was using back in 2019 and 2020. I won't name names, but that system had so many noise issues. It didn't limit the audio properly, and it really just did not overall sound great. The Xvive U4 really solves all of that. It's better built. It runs on 2.4 gigahertz range instead of analog radio waves, so I find the quality of the signal to be more consistent, especially since the stages that I'm playing with this band will never exceed 100 feet, and this thing has a range of over 90 feet. I'm not expecting any issues whatsoever. Every gig that I do these days ranges from 3 to 5 hours, and this has 5 hours of battery life. So that means this thing will last me the entire gig, and even if the battery life starts to drain over time like every modern device does, it'll be several years before this even has a chance of failing towards the end of the night. If I turn it on at the beginning of this set and then I turn it off again at the end of the set, even without taking breaks into consideration, it's still gonna last the entire gig. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, if it's a lower end unit, does it then have a lesser audio quality, or does it have any additional latency? I mean, how does this thing really sound? It has less than 5 milliseconds of latency, which is less than 99% of humans can perceive. So it's gonna be no different from any other high-end audio system that you use. In terms of the audio quality, I mean, it says right here, it's 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, which is perfect for performing live. Covers the entire frequency range from 20 hertz to 20K, which is what, again, all of the other high-end systems do. And it has a dynamic range of 107 dB. If you are listening to music louder than that, you are causing permanent irreversible hearing damage. So this thing has plenty of headroom so that you can operate at the perfect volume for the gig that you're playing. So now that we've gone over everything about this unit, I'm gonna plug it in and see how easy it is to use. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it to a gig and see how it actually works in real life, which is something 99% of YouTube reviews do not do. They just show you how something works in a studio environment. So we're also gonna take it on the stage and see how it holds up. All right, so the process for setting up this in-ear system is actually pretty easy. You're gonna plug everything you need into your mixing decks, and then you just take the U4 transmitter unit, and you're going to find any available output on the back of your mixing desk. For me, I'm going to use the main output. For most people though, you're going to use your alternative or your aux sends, and it's already set to channel 1. If I press this button, it'll change to different channels, but I want it on channel 1, and I want it set to line because these are line outs. So I simply just plug it in. Then on the receiver pack, if I press this button, it'll change to a different channel, go back to number 1. You want to keep your volume all the way down, that way you don't blow your ears out by accident. And again, you don't have to touch anything else on here. And then you just plug your in-ear monitors into the headphone output jack. I got my trusty JH Audio Customs here. And now we're set to go. Now it should literally be as easy as just putting the headphones in and starting to make sound. And again, you're gonna have to adjust your mix on the mixing unit itself. You don't do that on the Xvive. So you're gonna use your existing mixing desk to create your mix first ahead of time during sound check, and then you can edit it however you would normally edit it. So right now I've got my guitar. I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna put the Xvive on my belt here, and I also have an output going back into my computer so that you can hear what I hear. I'm hearing no additional noise, no additional sound or signal to noise ratio issues, no 60 cycle hum, nothing that I'm not hearing from the computer. It's transferring into the X4. It's exactly the same. This is already leaps and bounds better than the other inexpensive, affordable in-ear units that I've used. This is crazy. And even if I put some distortion on the guitar, it's not clipping or anything like that. So it is taking exactly what I'm sending it and giving it back to me, which is what you want in an IEM system. You want it to be super transparent. You don't want it to be coloring the sound at all. You don't want it to be adding any additional noise or any digital distortion or anything like that. I'm super happy with how this sounds. So we're gonna pack this up. We have made it to Brick and Brew in Franklin, New Jersey. This is a pretty cool place. I haven't been here before. It's like a 2-layer restaurant and then bar and venue on the bottom, which is pretty cool. We don't load in for about another 15 minutes or so, so I'm just gonna kind of take stock of what the venue looks like, and then we'll get to setting up and we'll see how this Xvive U4 system works live. So it's really as easy as just plugging the unit into the available aux channel on our mixer here. This is a digital mixer, so the way that I can adjust my mix to hear it is here on my iPad. You open up whatever the appropriate app is, and then you just select the bus that you're plugged into, and you can adjust your mix in real time.
Just look away, 'cause you can't feel my anger, you can't feel my pain, you can't feel my torment. I'm being safe, I can't fight this feeling, there's only pain you can't take away. I've been on again. What you want? What you want? In the bag, yeah, got something right. You got to buy. Don't so time. Where in the bag, yeah, got something right. Come on. Yeah.
no complaints about this thing. It worked exactly as intended, and we have another show in 2 weeks. I'm just gonna use this again, and for the price, I wouldn't mind honestly buying a second just to have as a backup in case but I don't really see a need for that. This thing works as intended. Again, it's very easy to pair. It's got 6 channels on it, so that means that you can have 6 band members on stage all using these things at the same time, so you can use them for the entire band. You know, you just press that button and it changes channels for you, and the volume knob is very comfortable and easy to use. You don't have to worry about it accidentally being hit or whatnot. It takes, you know, just a little bit to get to. And this clip, the metal clip on the back, feels very solid. It doesn't feel flimsy. If you want more information, go hit up Xvive. You can go to their website. You can hit them up on Instagram. Super friendly people, super easy to talk to, and super helpful as well. Be sure to take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this in the future. And until next time, everyone, keep on following your dreams.